Wanda, and I'm back. Don't mind me, I'm in my, hold on, let's move this over here. Okay, I'm in my around the house clothes, all right? So, yeah, so I ended up falling asleep, right? So I was reading the book, The Spring, okay? So we're gonna read just like a page or two, because I'm concerned about this like this hypnosis and stuff when it comes to the spring. All right, so yeah, we're just gonna read a page or two, okay? All right, so I'm guessing, again, Elijah is saying to Esther, now this is where it is right here, okay? This is the tricky part of this story. Because many times when I'm reading this text, okay, Esther and Elijah, you know, again, the moral of this story is that they're going to become one, okay? Let me move this thing out the way. All right? The moral of the story also is that it said that whatever this is, that these people have been using a certain bloodline for 1,000 years, okay? So, again, the prophecy was going to be happening again right now, okay? So, 1921, again, it'll be 2021, around that time when the prophecy was going to be happening in the same place, okay? So I'm thinking this is talking about the Midwest, okay? All right? So, and I actually feel as though the way that I've moved north and north and north of where, you know what I'm saying, or in the direction that I've moved from my childhood location or home, it's almost like in a direct line. You know, over the years we move further and further away from that hometown, but always in like the same direction, in like a straight line, okay? Well, I won't tell you north, south, east, or west, okay? So you know what I'm saying, it made it so he longed, you know what I'm saying, and my sister and my brother to come back here with you because I felt, you know, you were lonely, or, you know what I'm saying, I just wanted to be around my dad. I didn't want him to be sad about losing all his children and everything like that. And so I felt like when I came back there and then he would get involved with women or whatever, that it's still like I was having a battle or something like this. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was ever a bad dad, but it's just like I got whatever I wanted or whatever. But at the same time, like I said, it's always been that energy. Like, I don't even know if people realize. And so I'm starting to read energy and see how a lot of people's lives are affected and how heavily these type of energies can come, excuse me, come into your domain and rule you. Okay, because of the choices of the men, the choices the men make of women that they introduce into their lives, which then bring them closer into the lives of their daughters or their wife or, you know, whatever, their woman or whatever, okay? So who they should be paying homage to, right? So, you know, I was just thinking about this, like, why do? Like, even when I was younger and, you know, with men or whatever, it was always, you know, they would try so hard to get into my energy. And then once they did, you know what I'm saying, it was just like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was always wondering, what is this? You know, like, really, I wouldn't even have dealt with this person in real life for real anyways. You know, so I just started to think about some of the things that have happened, right? And so let's just go ahead and talk about this dream real quick, okay? Now, no, we're going to talk about, because this is what happened first. I was reading this. So we're going to go ahead and read this. So this is just a little story time, y'all. We're going to go ahead and take it from here to what I wrote about the dream and then what we have here in the cards, and we're going to go from there, okay? All right, so this is talking about a voice from within. So Elijah and Esther are having a conversation, all right? And Esther is saying, like, the people, where do I say this? Okay. Damn. Okay, let's see this. Okay. So again, Elijah is asking Esther, how can a memory make a sound? Okay, because before I fell asleep in the living room just a little while. I took another nap. Okay, before I did, there was a tick, like a loud tick, like on the ceiling, like the ceiling cracked, or I won't say it's so like a thump or a thud, but it was like a something that I heard in the ceiling. It made me look up. Okay. All right. So Elijah is saying right here, how can a memory make a sound? And the voice says, in the soul. Okay. And then Elijah says, does manito exist? Okay. But not you. Okay. And then a voice says, I am troubled. Farewell. So a voice says something about they troubled or they flee. Somebody say something, you know, about whatever, and then they flee out the situation. Okay. And then it says, Elijah says, can you still hear me? And Esther says, what? He remembers. No, Esther says, what he remembers is, all right. And then Elijah says, did you say that or he? All right. So this is what's confusing me right here. Okay. Because I'm wondering if he's saying that this Esther might be dealing with, you know, somebody that's a seer, somebody that's a necromancer, or something about God, or something like this. You know, I'm just seeing who is this third energy that we're talking about here, okay? All right? Because this is all springing also from having this dream and then peering into what other seers are thinking or seeing, and seeing that this person has already prepared. It's like this person is like somebody, and I can't tell exactly who this is really, because I feel like there's three main masculines, okay? Or four, okay? And so it's kind of like somebody's gearing up the missiles within the community of seers to still attack me. But I came to a conclusion that that's what this is all about. This is a God, possibly energy, even with a little g, that's connected to me at some point in time in my life. This could be at childhood, in a different lifetime. Again, we talk about past, present, and future here. But this is somebody that I shared a cup with. All right. And we do have this King of Cups in reverse. And we have the Ace of Wands here. So this is talking about me being enlightened about something. And then there's another masculine energy. I don't know if this is somebody that I'm even aware is in my energy. That's with this Page of Swords energy. And I feel like this Page of Swords energy is kind of blocking something here. You see what I'm saying? And look at this Queen of Swords ready to cut a bitch off. Because I feel like this King of Cups could be dealing with this Queen of Swords, okay? Now, I could be in my Queen of Swords energy as well, okay, right now. But I feel like he's always been dealing with a Queen of Swords, and this Queen of Swords been harsh towards me, right? This is, again, someone who's been binded, blinded, and gagged with that Eight of Swords. And all these other women that's connected to this masculine that's in reverse right here, being able to attack me spiritually. Being even evil. Even able to tap into my mindset, my dome, take my ideas, you know what I'm saying? It's just something like people have been feeding off of whatever I have to offer and leaving me, because I told you I was a while where I was like really just stagnant. Nothing I can do and produce, even though I have all these ideas, all this stuff, nothing would grow. You see what I'm saying? It's like somebody wanted to keep me in some type of possession on a hamster wheel, you know what I'm saying? On some kind of hamster wheel, running and running and running. It's making me think about that Melanie Fiona song. You know, I keep on running, and you wonder why I'm tired all the time. Okay? So again, but this is like the fuel, the ancient fuel, or this fossil fuel that the country and the people have been feeding off of from a long time with this lineage of mine. Okay, these American gods, okay? And then turning my people into the ones that they want to throw into a pit. Hence, one of the last names is Pitts. And these are the sweetest people that you will probably even meet, most of them, like the great uncles and then my grandma. I'm talking about that generation. I don't know really about the younger generation, okay? These were like angelic beings, right? On earth. You ain't nothing you could say. You can ask anybody in the community, there's nothing you can say. All right? So like I said, it's this feeling here, all right? So when I was writing in here just about my feelings about what I was witnessing, it's like, you know, a masculine trying to pin on me, like, because it's a lot of these people talking about somebody is a whore and all this other stuff, whatever, okay? When I say that, I'm talking about a general term as to how something constructively happens, how something systematically happens within cultures and within time, all right? That creates a certain group of women that are professionals at doing something, like invading people's homes or their men or whatever for money or finances, and to try to make the woman, you know what I'm saying, look like a fool, okay? Vice versa. It could be the other way around as well. But I'm just starting to see these sexual immoralities and not even stopping there. They use documents and they use law and man's law and stuff like that in order to be able to do this and get away with it. That this is about a certain couple. One is as above and one is below. And it's almost like they may have been supposed to be above together, but this masculine, because again, I feel like we're dealing with pirate energies or pirate lineages, okay? This masculine took all the dreams that we had together and denied me of these dreams, and that's why I'm saying it had to be some alterations done over time and ran off to the very place, you know what I'm saying, where I would have liked to be doing something and built something there in spite of me. You know what I'm saying? And left me with a replica image of this person. The part where the true love was not really there. It was stability. It was family. It was a tag team. We were a team. We did good with raising the children, you know, with saving money. You know, like we did really, really good. Like people in the community could have been looking up at us. Now that I know that people been watching us the whole time, they probably was, right? So again, to create this tower situation with this family dynamic, but it's like the real masculine left a long time ago. It's almost like he got his wand in a cup, got blessed by that, and then also maybe even just this energy of a whoever was in the heavens before him being a father figure that felt some kind of way about me, right? But this is also, you know, like I said, in the spirit realm, when we were talking about that in the Bible, when it says that, you know, I gave you kings in my anger. So this masculine was mad about something, all right? And decided to send these kings in another dimension or a spiritual level in the Milky Way, wherever the fuck, the ether, I don't know, onto me, all right? Possibly even in real motherfucking life, right? Because again, at one point in time in my life, in my youth, when we broke up, you know what I'm saying, I was in a King of Wands energy, okay? And I'm saying King of Wands, all right? Because I wasn't receiving anything from these relationships, okay? I wasn't receiving anything from these relationships, okay? And mostly a man don't really expect nothing back from those type of relationships, okay? With the Queen of Cups, it seems like she's sitting on the throne and she's being treated as such. So she may be some kind of way with men, but there was only one man in the world. This is this first love energy, all right? This Taurus scorpionic energy that treated me some kind of way, okay? Where it was all about me, all right? So that's why I'm saying King of Wands, because I feel like at some point in time, I was in the kingship. But I feel like this masculine being close to me was able to cloak himself or, you know what I'm saying, use that and become that king instead of me or without me. It's just, I'm trying to put it together, but I'm just seeing, all right? Because again, Elijah was using, you know, hypnosis with this woman, okay? But then at some point in time, she learned how to, not in a mischievous way, but she learned how to get him to at least answer her or tell the truth, right? So it was a part of something that I kept on talking about, not even pertaining to this energy, but when it comes to the government, tell the truth, okay? But I feel like this masculine, you know, and this is the point. I put a post up saying, you know, no matter how bad things are, how this and that, you would pick the same person every time. And I meant that. To a certain extent, if somebody else is doing the growth. So I can see a punishment coming from the heavens, you know, dealing with this particular God energy, okay? But let it be both ways. How can somebody let somebody that actually learns how to heal and even self-heal, all right, be judged by somebody that has not obviously done the healing because they are using their gifts You know what I'm saying? To embarrass somebody or to do something destructive to somebody. Like, I don't understand that part. Knowing good and damn well that this masculine has sent and released these flying monkey energies onto me, in a sense where these women have actually raped and pillaged everything but my damn soul. You see what I'm saying? So today I feel like also this Elijah is being helpful to her. Okay. So again, it led me to do a little bit different type of soul searching today. All right. So it's almost like being a certain God energy, and then somebody stealing that throne from you or even blinding you, while Satan, which is another main female, okay, and we have this main female in reverse here, okay, being worshipped or looked at as the one doing this, when this woman has had access to my domain or my dome, you know what I'm saying, or my mind or my mental, and even probably even my vassal. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. Because I feel like there's some multiplicity here in the physical with this masculine. Like, you know what I'm saying? This person has been duplicated, okay, or replicated. And in my energy, instead of replicating me, it has been where people can borrow my energy or come in on my fucking. I don't know if y'all see what I'm saying in a certain way. I told y'all I can feel when these women, these women, these readers, I can feel when their energies is in me, because there's certain things about me that I'm doing that I'm recognizing. Okay, where somebody would try to say it's a copycat or something like that. Like these gifts are not natural abilities. I feel like people have been watching and researching me, and they've seen me because of, again, I feel like sometimes this masculine, when he's in fear of something, he will try to shut me out or shut me down. So again, the way to see around that is to go somewhere within, right? But then also it might be a little bit harder. So just to get wind of what everybody else is saying, because all these feminines are watching me in a bowl and judging me some kind of way, and also jealous of me because they want to keep the company of this masculine. It's almost like a King Solomon energy in Esther. I mean, in well, segment. I feel like these are the same individuals, but in Sheba, okay? Because he really, really loved and wanted Sheba. But it seemed like these other women and these demons were more effective in his life than she. Even though he really, really wanted her and damn near begged, okay? So it's almost like even whoever it was that was begging for wisdom. And then when they got it, they treated it some kind of way. Because wisdom is a woman in the Apocrypha, okay? So again, it's like God is saying that his spirit won't last with men forever, but it's just almost like, it's almost like a way of getting away with that. Once I wake up to who I truly am and I tap into that, now it's time to whisk away the attention and focus it on whoever this 𝑘𝑠𝑚𝑚 is that been in the background or in the shadows this whole time. Because when I found that death certificate, that just changed everything for me. For this masculine, and it had my children's name on it. I found it online, okay? Now, again, it could be fake or real or whatever it is. I don't know. But I'm just saying, that tripped me out because it made me think about that whole 10-year energy here. Like something happened 10 years ago, okay? I was telling 𝘀𝑘𝑠𝑚𝑚, which was older than all these gods, the grandma told her that Shadow Moon is not the only one. You know, make sure you let him know that. And this was something she probably didn't even want to do because she didn't even want the I do feel like this is some kind of city, some mysterious city here. All right. Where this house is, something about this particular house. Matter of fact, this is probably like one of the first or second houses that was built over here in this neighborhood. The man next door that moved out of his house, his name was Joe. He used to always tell me about the area and stuff like that. So let's continue this storyline. That's a little bit, because I don't know how much I'm going to get to y'all and everything, because there's so much on my mind. So I'm just trying to throw in little parts that's very important to, I think, this storyline. Okay? So I feel like somebody trying to hurry up and get away with something and close the door on somebody. All right? But it's a part of me that make me think this person want to make things right, but they just really afraid. They don't know how far I'll go. They don't know how far I'm going to go to expose this or to free myself or to whatever. Okay? But this is a lineage of these particular people, man. That shared energy with me. A father, a son, and a son. Shit, maybe even one of my sons, a spirit baby. You see what I'm saying? Maybe that's the only one that she can call on, and maybe that's the one that's in the behind the scenes, right? But may even go against his mother and learn the ways of his father, okay? And end up going against or killing his mother at the end of time, okay? And try to blame it on her being disagreeable or something like this. When she could have been the one that raised him from the dead, that called him to service or whatever. The only one that could do this, considering the fact of who the father and the mother are, okay? So again, Elijah's saying, did you say that or he? And Esther said, it is what he thought. So again, this is making me think about, again, somebody's thought, because this is coming through, channeled through Esther, okay? She's the clairvoyant one. She's the one that can see, all right? And it said, Elijah says, how could I hear that voice, okay? And then Esther says, being one with me. Okay. So again, this is this energy. So like I said, we go back and forth here. And sometimes I feel like this masculine is playing Esther. And sometimes I feel like most time I feel like it's me, because I'm actually going through I don't know how to tell y'all, but I'm like sensing myself going through these trials and tribulations as it's like in real time, like the Living Bible. Okay. It's in real time how this shit is happening here. All right. And Elijah said, I cannot hear it except as with the yogas. I am hypnotized by you. Okay. And Esther says, but so you hear the voice? And Elijah says, I know no case of hypnosis being entranced by of a hypnosis being entranced by his subject. Because I feel like this is Esther stepping in. Because she was crying in here talking about people make her feel like an outsider. They make her feel like she's queer or weird because she has, why do the people treat her so mean because of these gifts if it's something that can change the world, okay? So, or the way that people view things, okay? Or this whole soul connection kind of energy is what this book is also about, okay? So it's almost like Esther could be a hidden god or the oldest, and is always infiltrated or always hidden as the roots that are fueling the whole thing, but the trunk and the leaves and the branches, everything else, everything else around it, like that tree, the tree of life, okay, is able to benefit. But again, the roots are always hidden underneath, and you don't even know how far the roots grow out or how big or how, wondrous. Like, because I don't know, it's something about roots of trees that's very intriguing to me. And yes, okay. So he's shocked as to that fact that she can get him to profess some things or something here, okay? And Esther says, but so you hear that voice? And Elijah says, I know no cause of the hypnosis, okay, being entranced by his subject. And Esther says, they do not love enough, okay? So she's She's saying somebody does not love enough, okay? So this could be also, even you can notice family and stuff like that. You could be a very empathic person, a very loving person, a protector, a good mother, and everybody will try to take some kind of advantage of proving elsewise or doing things, you know what I'm saying, in your life using sorcery and stuff like that to make you see. Because I see it, you know what, it's funny. I can't even complain because I've never been like the best mom. And actually, I feel like this last time with this youngest one, I've done a better job. But there's some things that I could tighten up on. But at the same time, I feel like these last 2 years with all these obstacles, this mental change, you know what I'm saying? Me, you know, becoming someone that's okay with being a seer and okay with like really, you know, taking in these gifts and stuff that I have and not feeling bad, at least to myself, about them. And then also maybe even reaching out and speaking these things to my immediate family until they started to try to make it seem like it was something else, even though these people know that I'm very intuitive. They know that I'm very psychic. They knew at one time, okay? So again, I feel like, you know, there's been some heavy surveillance and somebody's been trying to prove or deem somebody to be some kind of way, unfit or something here, so that these people can continue. They may know that my awakening is coming or has come, and they want to continue to feed off of me some kind of way. Or again, I'm thinking stolen thrones. So some kind of way, these people have been living lavishly off of my expense when it comes to this throne, because I'm ignorant of how this really works. I may have been ignorant about being that one. I have been ignorant about being the chosen one or in a Christ energy, okay? Possibly in a Yeshua status, if you really want to ask, okay? So again, but sharing that also with whatever true love that me and this masculine had when we met in high school, all right? Or I was in middle school, you know, I was going into high school, okay? So again, when we talk about soulless beings, if I'm thinking, you know, because I feel like there's 3 forms of this masculine, okay? And it's like, you know, one is just cold. One is just cold. And I don't know if this is the one that has the most access, but there's one that's dying from not being in contact with me, all right? And there's one that's kind of mediocre about it, okay? So it's like the 3 bears, hot, cold, you know what I'm saying, whatever, all right? But there's also a father energy, and that's what I'm saying. There's a father energy, again, that's higher than them all, that has something. Now, this, I would not be aware of the connection that we have, okay? This is a father, husband, something kind of energy, okay? That I feel like whatever connection we had was, whether it's just a mental entwinement or something else intertwining or something else that happened on another level, okay? And I keep hearing 13, okay? And again, at 13, I was not active or anything. So like I said, this may be something that's happening on a different level, okay? Or just, you know, that's my future wife, or that, you know, or something. There's something here, okay? There's something, okay? I'm just going to say that, all right? Something here also with a masculine that just has a hovering standpoint, that hasn't had any kind of contact with me, okay? So then after Esther saying they do not love enough, okay? And then she's saying to him, you share the trance, okay? And then Elijah says, do I love you? And there's a question mark. And Esther says, yes, okay? And then Elijah says, with a mystical recognition of the fact, okay, that's what it's saying here. And it says, why you are like the depth of my own mind, okay? You speak the truth that is in me, hidden from myself, okay? So this is making me think about everybody's blowing smoke, but girl, you never lie, okay? That's that ḽeቨert song, okay? So it's saying you speak the truth that is hidden from me. So this may be also things hidden from myself. So this makes me think about mind control, okay? Now, when I did some research on this, this was going on. It could have been going on, like I said, as far back as the 1920s or some shit like this, okay? And we're dealing with different type of beings. Could have been even before then, okay? But it's like this masculine was hijacked from me at some point in time and brainwashed. And this might have started my charge into looking into the heavens about 12 years ago and exposing the truthisms when it comes to Hollywood and when it comes to the government. Okay? This could have been me feeling this on some kind of subconscious level and raging war on those institutions. So it's almost like the heart is a feeding energy. So that part of me or something with like the 𝑘𝑎 energy, even though I feel like that's me in another feminine energy or whatever in this day and age, okay? But when the heart was restored, okay? But I feel like also there's an energy where I'm somebody's heart and somebody is waiting for me to be restored to them. This is wild. All right. So again, this may be, again, the higher ups or again, as above, so below, keeping this part of this masculine away from him. And it's like we've met on some type of something through when something opened up, something happened. Something with the Milky Way, I feel, happened. And there was this big bang thing, you know, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Something in that nature, okay? A ribbon in the sky. I don't know, okay? It's even making me think about Michael Jackson, you know, Heaven Can Wait, okay? Because that used to be my favorite song, all right? And then He Is the Truth. These are two songs I think we played at the wedding. So again, he's telling her that she speak the truth about the stuff that's hidden from himself, okay? And it says, where my mind ends and yours begins, there is no dividing line. I do love you. I love you so much, I feel that I am you, okay? So this is what I'm saying. So I wrote twin flame, higher self, as above, so below, and water, okay? That something, wow, telepathic or something, okay? I don't know, these are just notes. I be writing stuff in my books when I'm reading them, okay? So, so twin, okay, so this could be, okay. So again, matching each other's energy here, okay? But there could be more restrictions to this person because they're above and me being below, meaning untouchable. That may mean that, again, the water can't really touch me, but then they want to act like they can't help either, okay? When they see some form of attack being waged on a person or an individual by a multitude, okay? Because they're worried about the throne too. They're worried about my views and opinions when it comes to getting on the throne. So they want to use their power and their, you know, there are other groups or whatever to target people, okay? And then the same thing with the U.S. corporation and these other nations, okay? Because they know who the true Godhead energy is on this plane at this particular time. But if they can make the world think that it's somebody else and make you think that somebody else is worthless, okay? Because they don't fit into society's roles, all right? They too busy being fucking God, you know what I'm saying? And trying to fix things and manifest things, right? So they can make you on the outside looking in, you know what I'm saying, think some kind of way about somebody, okay? In a very overwhelming, because they're being attacked from above, below, in between, side to side, whatever. This is somebody that's suspended in air, okay? Or the world card energy here. Also being maneuvered by her ancestors, because again, those eyes or around that wreath on the world card is the ancestors, all right? But something has been broken there too. Somebody has tried to break that, sever that tie between this feminine and the ancestors that's supposed to be wrapped around her and protecting her. So this makes me think that this has to come from the other side then. This has to come from the actual, my side of the lineage. Okay? Again, so that's what bothers me there. Because again, it's almost like a masculine energy or a feminine is upholding a false god, you know, like, you know what I'm saying, in a place of their true child. It's like, what are you doing? And a lot of people don't have the nerves or anything to even question God. Like people say, girl, don't question God. But I had this something in me to do so. Not in a disrespectful way, but I'm that kind of, that's what I am. That's who I am. because that's what I'm saying. It ain't no, and whatever. So that don't even matter, okay? There was something about, I think it's called Undying Love. I think that was like the name of, damn, it was, maybe it was a song or even in our written vows, okay? It's like a ring or something. It was something I wrote it, okay? And he kind of like, but, So again, it says, Esther, I am you and you are me, okay? And Elijah, so, but this is making me think about the other masculine though. This is making me think about, okay. Because back in the day, he used to, wear his hair kind of short, like a like tiny short little fro kind of thing. And all he had to do was put water on it and it was curly. And I just used to love it. I used to just love to play in his hair. And then after that, he started to get like braids and stuff like that. And then after that, low cuts. But, okay. It says, Elijah, they draw together and are silent, okay? So this could be talking about come together. I don't know, okay? Sleep together. And I don't mean sleep together like that, but like maybe this is going into a way of sharing the mind, space and time or something of the mind or something here. And he says, is this a new thing in the world, okay? And Esther says, like the people of 10,000 years from now. And the voice says, now this is a voice, they're trying to figure out where this voice is coming from. And the voice says, like the red people who were here. Okay? And I think I wrote real. I think that say real. I don't know why I would write red again. Okay? It's making me think about those red figures when it comes to the Navajo, possibly in writings on other, things. It's making me think about those particular people. Okay? And Elijah, not moving, says, what voice is that? After speaking, he draws a little from Esther to listen. And then the voice says, my people knew the way within, the way to me. You drove them away. You made the land ugly. You never saw its ancient soul. My people knew the way, and you have lost it. Your people hear no voice within. Right? So this makes me think about why people are trying to get into my dome, the Capitol dome. This makes me think about why people are trying to have access to me. Why are these people telling my story right before I can even get it out? Why is everybody concerned about what's going on in my Akashic? Why is this? Okay? And then they will say, well, you're not hearing the voice. Like I told you, it's this song that bothers me every time it come on by Al Green. And I think it's not Nina Simone, but I think it's goodness, what's her name? At the beginning of this song. And they say like something like, you take all of this and you don't, whatever, you either have the light or you don't, right? So it's like a taunting kind of, you know what I'm saying, like that, okay? And I don't know, it reminded me of one of these cars that we pulled last night or the night before with that girl that was standing there and she was sad and everything, but that light was lit up right behind her. Or like even on Dory and but it's kind of scary because like Dory and Nemo, when the little hook, when the fish with the sharp teeth and the little light or whatever, and they were like, oh, because that's me. That's me always trying to take something to another level or to the depths of something to get to the truth or what's closest to it, okay? Could be this message. Who knows? All right? I don't know. So again, somebody is saying, your people hear no voice within. Those like you who hear my voice, they call you mad. Okay? So again, those like you who hear my voice, they call you mad. I don't know what I wrote there. I can't sometimes even read my own chicken scratch. Okay? And Elijah, he rouses himself as if from a spell. Okay? He makes a gesture as of tearing some thick coverings from his ears, okay? So this is making me think about somebody sitting there with some headphones, something plugged in their ear, some kind of, you know what I'm saying, ear pods, you know what I'm saying? It made me think about something like this, okay? Like somebody having something hooked up to themselves. Okay, then also make me think about my devil card from the life seer or light seer deck with the person that's the puppet at the end, and the guy with the hoodie on is sitting there with his hands over his ears on the fingertips of the devil, okay? But it says succubus vamp. Mari in the Most High God. I don't know what that's talking about, but let's keep going, okay? So it says a voice. Okay, so this voice is saying this, okay? When they're melting into one. So this might be two people meditating together or hooked up to some kind of machine together or getting some 5G, you know, like call it what you want. I don't know. But again, they call you mad, okay? And Elijah, you know, like I said, he pulls these things off. And it says they are, I don't know what I wrote there, okay? All right, so then it says, that's not the God of Black Hawk, okay? Those are my own thoughts, okay? So who is this speaking? Elijah still, okay? So he get up, rip the stuff off his ears or whatever, and says, that's not the God of Black Hawk. Those are my own thoughts or my father's. See, now, okay, so then that's where, like I said, that's where this father's energy come in. But at this point in time, this is something that I remember happening to me. See what I'm saying? So this has to be where two people can embody each other, but I haven't had the privilege to be able to see him in that light. I can sense him, but I feel like he can actually see. And maybe he can't see. Maybe he uses these Anunnaki energies or these hawk energies or these eagle or these fowl of the air energies or Aquarius energies, okay, to do this most time. But I feel like whatever happened this time, while we got this tarot card with the star, and then we also had, because somebody is, you know, shooting stars all around her, okay? All right? So I could bring her through and shut it down. They looking at you long stares, okay? Even though she's standing now, she looked like she belonged there. But whatever. So it's saying, I feel the time pass something. But when she moves, the time doesn't. You find it in your fine cousin. So again, I feel like this is basically, like I said, somebody, but he just feel that they need something that you got. So it's making me think like somebody keeps setting these Sagittarius and these Aquarius energies above me, right? But actually the naked lady that's bare-breasted, that the world is probably looking at, her nakedness, rather that means her business, her mind, they're able to access her in some type of form of like a public museum or something, like the fucking Mona Lisa or something. You know what I'm saying? So like these people have this access to this person or whatever, okay? So it's like a celebrity in the spirit realm, okay? So like I said, she's the one pouring out this information onto the world. She's the one that can articulate this or read between the lines and headlines and articulate this to the world. But somebody's making replica energy. Like I said, while this masculine has, I feel, others that look like him, okay, whether they're cousins, nephew, whoever, whatever, okay? This, or just replicas, like I said, okay? Or is this, you know what I'm saying? But with me, it's like multiple people are able to engage in my energy, okay? But I'm not able to do the same thing to them, okay? So it's kind of like bullying, okay? And then it's like, but even at that, they don't want to build same ones that kind of look like me, right? But they want them to have qualities that I have, right? So again, from the 𝑘𝑠 workshop, okay, this is what's going on, okay? And that's why I call it that, all right? Because I can see people embodying these things. But again, when they see me looking at these readers, they're thinking, oh, yeah, this person don't have no gifts. And see, that's the thing, what I was saying about somebody being silent in this book and in the biblical text, telling somebody to be silent at some point in time. And God came and said, you tell my people to be silent, okay? Because that's why I feel like, again, the hold has been put on my platform and shit like this, because somebody wants to allow somebody else to run off with my. But also it feels like this is out of love. It's like somebody doesn't want me to excel to a certain level, because it's like the good ones go. The good ones always go. So somebody is trying to, somebody don't want to lose me. But if I have too much information, it's like something is going to happen. But I can't just sit here and not fight back for myself, because that can leave me and my lineage and my children. I have girls in a certain situation where they won't be able to reap any benefits or anything, because I see what's going on right now. It's a whole nother session of this raping and pillaging while everybody sits there and watch and nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Your friend should have told you something. It's just that energy, okay? So again, like I said, this make me think about something that I feel like maybe when we were meshed together or something, this happened. But it's also like bringing back memories right now here, okay? So it says this not, because this could be a brother, you know what I'm saying? This could be, you know what I'm saying? It's something weird here, okay? All right? Because I want to say the breakup happened at the teenage years with this masculine, because I was saying he's starting to seem more like my brother. Like, we too close. He's starting to seem like my brother. So it made me think about, wait a minute, the shift. Because just up until 2 years ago, everything was like cool. We was getting along and everything. But since during this observation or surveillance or this psychological attack, spiritual attack, the past 6 months, now this person try to really stunt on me in some kind of way. And I'm like, hold on. You know what I'm saying? I'm still observing it, but you know, you really just tried to stunt on me, like big, real hard time. You know? And the thing is, I was expressing my feelings, but I think this person, you know, the Taurus don't really like that. It make him feel something like he about to lose me. You know, it make him feel some kind of way or something here, okay? But it's like this masculine was sat here to be that, like some type of a stability provider or something like this, okay? Like on hold, like somebody put me on hold for a minute, okay? But the enjoyable parts, you know what I'm saying, maybe not so much, okay? Like the intimacy, it's like setting someone there that has the bare minimal to be able to raise this family or keep this family of women going. You know what I'm saying? But not showing them any type of affection or emotions, okay? Damn. This some old shit right here, y'all. Which can create another narrative here, okay? We have shock here, okay? Hard, because I'm thinking something is hard to believe. So it says, those are my own thoughts of my fathers, the way we treated the Indians, okay? More psychic than we. What we could have learned from them. Those are my thoughts. So this make me think that, again, this book is from 1921. So again, if this going to happen again, right? Then somebody would like to know what these people feel. So that's why I feel like this Empress energy is being pressed on, but also was shown love at some point in time to be able to be comfortable with sharing her story. But also, if they could try to claim mental illness after that, then they could lock her up somewhere, okay? And then again, in this instance, take the child, okay? Because we are going to have this in the read, okay? This mother and child, or this Black Madonna energy here, okay? So somebody, again, this may be also somebody trying to do something different this time, okay? And all I can see is with that fight or flight reptilian brain because of what has been placed on me this whole time, okay? So I try to keep an open mind in my deepest feelings and thoughts that, you know what I'm saying, when we were having this reunion that I was sharing with this master was whatever, but I think that, you know, something has been cut off and I'm not able to do that anymore. So all he gets is me, you know what I'm saying, in my pity party, okay? Is what he's feeling, but I'm just really excited about telling this story. And I'm really making sure that I'm trying to free my fucking self this time with it, regardless. Loving myself enough to put myself first and not, because it feels like, you know what I'm saying, we first got back together or whatever, you know what I'm saying, things had changed a lot or whatever. And drastic things happened that could have hurt him, okay? And you know, some shit happened that made me feel some kind of way, okay? But it was worse what he had to endure with me, okay? And it's like feeling like, damn, do I want to do this? But, you know, me having this feeling for him where I knew it was true love about, you know, but it was like, are you settling? You know what I'm saying? And I convinced myself I wasn't, you know? Because I knew this because to be honest with you, I picked this person out already. You see what I'm saying? So this made me think, when was the first switcheroo done? Okay? Because I was someone that didn't want to really waste my time and reputation at that time with anything other than what's real. And I knew I'm about to marry this person. You know what I'm saying? Even at that young age. You know, so. But I don't think he really wanted no children. And I kind of did or whatever. Okay? So again, this is making me think about, again, somebody that the way that they treat the people that's more psychic than them. So somebody could be making like I am doing this to people because they know more than me, but that's not the case. They see what I can't see because I've been blocked off from it. I know that. All right. Somebody has done this, right? But I know that there's insight and there's a level of discernment that I have that they cannot tap into. All right. That it was given to me because I was going to have to deal with these measures from all these different groups of people coming at me all sideways. All right. So there's a different way or a higher up level that I can see when it pertains to world energy. Okay. And that I can tell when somebody's lying to me. Right. But it's very hard when it comes to this masculine energy or when it comes to people that are more narcissistic. Okay. Or very secretive. It's hard for me because I see you one way, you know what I'm saying? Even though I know, you know, when strangers come around, I can read them immediately. But when you've been around me for a long time and I love you, you know what I'm saying, some kind of way, that kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of messes with my, you know what I'm saying, digging deeper. Because before this year, these past couple months, I've never been asking this person, well, who you talking to? What did you do? Where did you go? It just was not a thing. I was not, you know what I'm saying? So it's not insecure. It's also really, in this time, me even doing that, I feel like is for protection. Because I know that there's this love and war energy is going on right now. And I need to know where the fuck you at. I need to ask a couple questions. I know you probably ain't gonna tell me the truth, but let me see what kind of response you give me, because I need to be able to protect myself at some point in time if some shady shit is going on behind the scenes. So people may think that I talk about these. No, I see through them. I see their souls, and I see in their message, and I know when they're lying and when they're, you know what I'm saying? People don't think that. They think probably like she messing with my fucking money. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, okay? But there's something deeper to this. These women are sometimes, so it's unfair. It's like, you know what I'm saying, having a common, something, like a conflict of interest or whatever, okay? And then these men, like these masculines, go to these people to ask them questions about me instead of me coming to me, you know what I'm saying? And then they end up with some old shit that ain't even the truth. You know what I'm saying? Okay? It's the same thing. When we started going out, there's something about me and this masculine. All the boys in the neighborhood, all the boys, you know what I'm saying? Because he was light skinned or mixed or whatever. And all the boys would be like, oh, you would, whatever, like that. But we was cool. Like, I was cool with the boys. Like, I hung with the boys. We was cool. But they used to always like, oh, you messing with that nigga. Like, you know, and then girls, you know what I'm saying, would be like trying to like provoke me. Now, when then I attack, I'm wrong. But, and I'm thinking, I would ask him, why is these girls provoke me? Like, are you spending time with these girls? Because you spend time with me every single day, all day long. When do you have time? So again, it's making me think that, matter of fact, there might be another dimension open up to some of these masculines of these different breeds, okay? Where they can tap into a whole nother motherfucking dimension. All right? So it gives me that there's more heavy Anunnaki or foul of the air energy on them. And I have more reptilian or old world blood, okay, mixed with, again, how far you can go, and it might scare them, okay? It makes me think that, okay? Yeah. So this might be somebody getting you to get out of that energy, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to this form of communication or whatever, so that you don't, you know, like reach the reef or pass the reef or see over something here, okay? So again, this is the point where somebody says they're not going to reach a new height or a new hemisphere together. Okay, so we do have this energy of someone being in reverse here, okay? All right, but it is this person that wanted to do this dialogue with her. But I guess it, like I said, until she seemed like she's superseding or something like this, and then it ends, okay? But he's the one egging her on to do the reading, okay? And the father is saying no, but then once she goes there, so it's making me think like once somebody take you there or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to be able to win or something like this. Like, I don't know, it's making me think about a biblical scripture that has something to do with that, okay? And it's not even about that. It's about just making sure that I am telling my story the best way I know how. Because obviously there's researchers and all this other stuff that are doing what they're doing, okay? So he takes 2 or 3 steps away from her and turns and returns. Do we have to believe that in the deep center of every human soul sits a deceitful dramaturge? They're like a spider spinning the false, okay? All right? The false which by spinning he makes to be true. So again, this Esther says the false which he is spinning, which makes it become true. And Elijah says, no, the false is not true. All right, it can't be made true. Okay, so I want to go ahead and stop there. All right, and then I'm going to come right back and tell you guys, let's see. Okay. So yeah, this is talking about going deep within to your mirror self, okay? Using your own work, like, why do you take no interest in hidden nature of the living spirit, your own? Okay, so Elijah is telling her she should go into her own spirit, okay? Okay, so Esther says she's tired. Something that he doesn't know is troubling her, okay? And then Elijah, looking at her, takes her hand. He wants to know how she knew about the Indian words or how to write them. And somebody's telling her about how to sleep, okay? And then somebody is saying basically that somebody is going to be terminated possibly, okay? All right. And then something scares her, okay? And then Elijah and Shantland get into an argument, okay, about her, okay? And then Shantland says he's not going to leave her there, okay, with him like that, okay? And then they threatening each other, you know, stay out of this or whatever, okay? You're not responsible, you're crazy is what Shantland is telling Elijah, okay? But Esther is sitting here listening to this and she's still in a sleep state, okay? And they say, wake up, and she wake up and they say, what you doing? And then she said, well, you said wake up, okay? And then Esther screams, be quiet, okay? And then Elijah says something about she's panicking, like what is going on? And then he's telling her that she walked over to wherever they were in her sleep, okay? And it's nothing, don't be afraid, just go back to sleep, okay? And Esther says, I am afraid, okay? And then somebody's saying when she get back to wherever she's going to be, she's not going to be afraid anymore, okay? So again, somebody's trying to get her back into a certain state of mind. And then now somebody's saying she's going home with me on the midnight train. But this makes me think about the midnight train to Georgia, okay? So again, this is making me think about some kind of taking flight or transportation or something here. Again, this makes me think about, every time I read this part, it makes me think about old girl from Georgia, okay? And how similar we kind of like are or have been at one point in time. And how it seemed like somebody is trying to take my gifts and my whatever and display it in this person, okay? It just is the real deal, okay? All right? This may be also a difference between these feminines, okay? There might be a reason for doing this. Might be that one might be of the womb and one may be not, okay? Whatever, okay? All right, so somebody's saying you did harm to her, 𝘍𝘠𝘏, which is the father figure, I believe. Leave me alone with her, okay? And they still arguing about it, okay? The curtain's closed because this is a play, okay? And we're going to go ahead and stop there. And then I'm going to come back with what I'm reading in the cards because I pulled a couple cards and I said, hold on, let me go in the house and let me go ahead and let me go ahead in the house or whatever and do it this way. So that's it. We're reading from the book. So, you know, it's just filling me in as to where we are here. Because after somebody said, go back into that sleep, the one where you said you liked it, right? Because I can dream there. Lately, I've been going into a lot of dreams. I have 2 that I've written down that I haven't shared yet. Okay, one, I'm going to share a little bit of it today. Okay. Because there was also like a murder plot. Like one of these people's best friend was trying to murder me. You know what I'm saying? In a sneak way, okay? By having me fall off of like a high place, by cutting like branches. You know, it's some crazy shit. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. But again, I'm trying to figure out if this person is connecting me to some kind of way. Because when I looked at their coat of arms, all right, I noticed that it had a big old red X on it, okay? So, like I said, it was making me think that somebody wants to X me out. Like that shit said danger to me because I had that dream. And like I said, I know these people. We know each other. Like his friends dated my cousins, had babies with my cousin. You know, like it just was like that. That's how tight we was. Like we were inseparable. Okay. So, what was I going to say? So this one of his friends, and like I said, my mouth dropped open. When I went, after I had that dream, I went straight and looked at his coat of arms, and I said, oh, hell no. Okay? And then the first card that fell out my deck when I went outside was, what is this, Villian? Okay? And it says you can you can rewrite the story. Okay? You can always rewrite the story. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and stop right there. And then we're going to come back with the actual read part of this, okay? Take care. Bye.